this is Skip Jeffries coming from my backyard here, doing a little, I guess I'd call it grill maintenance here. I've got probably an early edition Weber Spirit natural gas grill here. I believe it's probably one of the first ones they came out with. So Weber, if you're watching, man, this thing's built to last. I mean, I think I've gotten well over at least 10 years out of this thing. We moved into the house in 2014, and I think we bought it maybe in 2015 or 2016. But the only thing I've done to it as far as maintenance-wise, besides the annual cleanings that you guys recommend, replaced I guess the gas line guts in it at least once. And I mean, they come now with the stainless steel material, so it seems to last longer than the other grills I've had. Previous grills that I've had, I think I had an Aussie Bushman, and I was replacing the grill guts in that thing probably every other year. So I mean, the product for Weber, whatever they've got going on with their inner flame grill gut parts, they've done the magic with it. They last. I mean, like I said, this last year I haven't been home that much, so I mean, didn't do as much grilling as I normally do, and with the price up steaks and everything else this year, grilling isn't what it used to be. I mean, it's expensive. I mean, 25 bucks for a regular steak is kind of crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna dive into, I guess, start with the annual maintenance on this thing. But I've also noticed I have a couple issues with this thing I need to address. A lot of these control knobs, for one, I've got one here that it doesn't work anymore. So I thought about it. I mean, I even did a 3D print of an actual one. I've got it here, and it seems to be functional, but I went ahead and ordered a replacement one for it. They had them under 20 bucks. I mean, that's usually my going limit when it comes to either 3D print or make the parts. Or if I can't find them, then it's definitely a 3D print. But if you can find the part, replacement parts cheap enough, reasonable enough, you might as well go with the replacement part. So I think that's what I'm going to go with this one. We'll see. The new parts are scheduled to arrive in here hopefully sometime today, and we'll kind of go from there. I mean, the design function on this, I think they need to maybe take it back to the drawing board, and they may have with the newer model. I think the Genesis I looked at a couple weeks ago at I think it was like at a tractor and farm type store. They had an actual Weber guy out there in the parking lot grilling up chicken. I sat and talked to him for a little bit, but they've got some new improvements on their new Genesis grills that are kind of cool. And I mean, as far as price wise, I mean, the new ones, I think the one I was looking at, the model similar to this one here, just a 2-burner one, was right under, I think, 700 bucks. I mean, when I bought this one new 10 years ago, it was almost 900. So I mean, the prices come down, and hopefully the quality remains the same. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of delve into this and get things set up. As you can see here, I've got the grill open. I've got my B-roll going here. I mean, it's in a pretty bad state. I kind of let it go again. Like I said, I was busy this last year, wasn't home much. So I mean, I've got some work to do on this front part of the, I guess the bottom part of the grill lid itself. I mean, even the thermometer needs some loving. The grates are pretty bad. And overall, I don't know if you guys can see down in there, but it needs to be cleaned out pretty good. I mean, exterior wise, yeah, we're looking, it needs to be cleaned pretty good. And I'd like to maybe hopefully get a lot of this, I don't know if it's rust or discoloration. And even my wife kind of used this as her paint station while I was out last year, since this grill wasn't getting much loving as far as use wise. So maybe we can hopefully find something that'll clean that up. And as you can see, I've got the lighter here. We've had igniter issues, so I did some research this earlier in the week in between the other stuff going on, and you know, so I ain't got any clicking or anything going on, so there's something going on there. As far as corrosion wise, as you can see down here, it's pretty rough. I mean, it's 11 years old. It's been outside, so I mean, it's held up pretty good. Whatever they use for an exterior paint is doing what it needs to do. I mean, if this repair comes out successful, I may look at trying to maybe hitting it with a wire wheel or something and cleaning it up. But just a lot of debris and trash I need to empty out of here, and the grease tray needs to be emptied, and I guess this tray here is supposed to move out, and it does, so I'm kind of scared what comes out with that because I've never removed it. So I guess I'll let you guys enjoy my horror with it. But I'm going to go ahead and start up on the front here. Alright, like I said before, we're going to start working up on the top lid and kind of working our way down. Safety wise, I kind of like some good safety gloves and a pair of safety goggles because there's going to be a lot of flakes in here. Like I said, it's looking pretty rough. What they recommend is just a plain scraper, just to kind of get the flakes up a little bit. And they say these flakes are all grease remnants, so it's kind of weird. I've never seen grease kind of flake up, but then again, I don't think I've really ever cleaned the top of this grill lid itself. Just been one of those things that you kind of neglect over time and take for granted, but it's on there pretty good. Ugh. But yeah, I mean, as far as annual maintenance on these things go, mainly the Weber website and the owner's manual itself, they recommend it's just a visual check on I guess your gas filters, filter screens, or they call them the spider screens down below. If there's dirt on them, then you kind of brush them with a toothbrush, and then if it's a lot of dirt, you gotta take the actual gas lines out, or the gas tubes out, and kind of tap them out, and possibly even clean up the tube itself with like a brush or something soft, and just be careful that you don't damage them. But as far as I noticed with this one here, when I looked, the screens look relatively clean, so I may just kind of hit them with a toothbrush real quick. I mean, my main concern is probably the cleanliness of this grill and getting everything else done. Yeah, it looks like we've got some surface corrosion. Yeah, she's starting to go here, so I mean, this may be the last year or so that I'll be having this grill here. I mean, you hit a certain point where you just can't replace anymore, and we may be able to replace this inner part. Yeah, it looks like it's just a screen lid, and that's what's got the corrosion on it. So I mean, I'm sure for, who knows, $100 or so, you should be able to find a replacement for it. But I mean, like I said, I've had this grill for a while, so I mean, we're probably due for a new one. It'd be kind of nice to have something new. And I guess with the Genesis model, that the only big difference I've seen was mainly the igniter system is actually in the button itself. It's pretty much close to what you have with your stove in your kitchen, and it's pretty cool that way. And then the other big issue, I guess, your thermometer button here. Ours is looking a little crusty. We'll kind of hit that with a wire brush here, clean it up. And I haven't really noticed any issues with the temp. But then again, I mean, there could have been, I would have never noticed, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I'll probably bring the vacuum out here maybe after we're done. And then the other concern here is just your regular racks. I mean, all this comes out of here. So, I mean, you could actually use your actual oven grill cleaner, whatever you've got. Wire brush, I've got kind of a big set here. And it seems to work good. I mean, I clean it after every use. And I mean, no matter how much you clean the grill, you're going to always have some kind of buildup with it. But I mean, like I said before, I mean, normally when you turn on your grill and fire it up, a lot of the remnants on top of the grill will burn up. So we'll just go ahead and take out these griddles here and maybe hit the back side of them because they look a little crusty. Yeah, my wife's going to be happy. Going to end up sweeping out here. As you can see, it's not too bad. I mean, you're going to have the buildup. I mean, it's anytime you have heat associated with metal, there's going to be some deterioration. But yeah, the scraper seems to be doing the trick here. We'll knock off a lot of this crust. I'm not too worried about it. like I said, I mean, part of the grill flavor is what it's kind of like a cast iron pot. Your seasoning, you don't want to take too much off. And yeah, it's pretty similar. I mean, it's kind of crusty on this one. But yeah, just a metal scraper kind of works pretty good. Take the big sheets of crust off. And I was pretty surprised that their owner's manual didn't go more into looking at other areas. I mean, I would think looking at your flavor seals here, it would be something you'd want to kind of, they just mention it lightly, just a clean, but it's nothing in the maintenance. I mean, normally it's like an after use type deal. And like I said, they call them the flavor seal, so you don't want to take too much of the goodness off of there. And these seem to be in pretty good shape. I think I replaced these when I replaced the burners. And usually the center one doesn't have any heat on it, so or doesn't have a flame tube running through it, so. And I mean, when I replaced the flame tubes the last time, those literally just like disintegrated in my hands here. But yeah, these things here are still in pretty good shape. I won't have to replace them. Like I said, I'll probably, if I keep this thing, probably replace them when I replace the burners again. But I think I'm going to plan on getting a new grill. Pretty much looking at the internals of here, I mean, it's pretty crusty, but I mean, I look at the flame tubes here, they look pretty decent. And I may just hit it with the toothbrush here. You don't want to cause any more damage, and they say to go side to side. You just want to make sure those things are clean, but like I said, these maybe have a year on them, if that. And they're pretty easy to remove too, if I remember. It's not a big deal. And that's normally when I do the really good cleaning, is when I have to replace those burners, but we're gonna go ahead and get rid of most of this junk in here too. So yeah, there's quite a bit of buildup in here. And you've got a little hole slot in here where all the debris is supposed to fall down, but it never always does. But so I mean, normally I leave it in the old pan. Probably end up dumping it out here because it's getting kind of full. Yeah, I mean, should be emptied when you notice there's a lot of stuff in there, and it's pretty crusty. Like I said, I've been gone this year, so a lot of this maintenance I kind of took for granted, or just didn't have the time to do, so it is what it is. I mean, it's only been maybe a year and a half, 2 years most, since I've replaced the flame tubes in this thing, so it's not bad. It was pretty bad when I did clean it. So I believe this tray actually comes out of there. That may be an easier way of just dumping it, but you got so much crust in there. And normally I usually have a multitude of different scrapers I use just to get into areas. But like I said, it's nothing fancy, nothing expensive. I mean, this is like maybe $1 at Walmart. Ooh, a live creature in here. Yeah, it's been a while since we grilled anything. I think the last time I grilled was a video I did on steak night. So, not too bad. We're not going to go crazy in here and make it spit, shine, polish, because that's not what we're after here. We're just trying to get the bulk of the debris out of here and make it not look so gross. But yeah, and the other issue here, I noticed I mentioned the flame burner not working, and I've gone on, well, on their manual and also on their website, and they kind of allude to it a little bit on the website. They don't mention it all in the manual, but these burner or lighter systems or igniter systems actually have a battery that charges it, and a lot of people, I didn't realize it till I actually went online, and it took a while. I actually found a guy that did a video, and that's all his video was about, was just igniter problems, and the major cause is just having to replace the battery. And I would have never thought about that because I did the research. I was going to actually order a new igniter system, and they're not too expensive. I mean, they're under 20 bucks. I mean, it's well within my budget limits. So to me, 17 bucks, and I don't have to stick a long-nosed lighter down the throat of a grill and have it potentially kind of blow back on you. I don't know if you've ever had that happen with a grill, but it scares the shit out of you. But yeah, I think we'll jam what we can down this hole and proceed down to the bottom part here, because I think this bottom tray actually comes out. And they also sell replacement parts. I mean, Weber's pretty good about maintaining parts for their legacy units. So I mean, when you can find parts for a grill that's over 10 years old, it's crazy. I guess they know their people will keep them for a while. So I think we got this pretty much. Oop, there, that went the scraper. I got my money's worth out of that. $1.29. Switch on over to the metal one here. It's a mess down here. And this tray is supposed to push out of here, so yeah, as advertised, it does come out. So I mean, that makes it a lot easier to clean stuff. Gives you a little more light in the inner side. Yeah, we'll kind of knock off whatever is left in here into the garbage can and go from there. We may even pull out a rag here and kind of hit it. So not as scary as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be pretty nasty, but I mean, there's quite a bit of buildup on the sides of this thing, if you can see from the video. I don't know, but it's kind of thick on the sides. I've never cleaned that, so. And like I said, we store our grill outside year round, so I mean, thought about buying a cover, and I probably should have, since we spent a shit ton of money on it. I mean, 900 bucks for a grill is kind of pricey, and you'd think you'd probably want to invest in a $100, $200 grill cover. And the thing is, we get such high winds here that I was more worried about having that cover blown away, and then you're out that money. But we keep it under the porch here, and it's covered out of the elements for the most part. I mean, you get your snow, but we don't really have the bad snows that most places get. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and take a rag here and kind of clean it out a little bit better. And like I said, we're not going for show class quality clean here. We're just doing a quick maintenance on it. And I mean, that's not too bad. We'll kind of set that off to the side. My finger's a little less greasy. Kind of knock off a lot of the loose stuff in there. And I wish I had compressed air. I think it would work better, but I mean, then I guess you got all that debris flying around. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and kind of toss that tray. And these are aluminum trays you can buy on their website. Ooh, this one, the bottom just kind of gave out on it. That's pretty nasty. But I mean, I think I found trays at work that you can get at Walmart, and if you watch the sales, you can actually get them on sale on the off season. So I normally wait, and I usually buy quite a few of them, stockpile them, just kind of store them underneath the grill here. And like I said, you kind of need to keep an eye on it and just replace them. And like I always say in my lawnmower videos, don't be like me, because I probably should have replaced that a while ago. I mean, like I said, the tinfoil tray on it, just pretty much the bottom of it disintegrated out. But you got all that nasty grease now that you got to deal with. But mainly, I guess the safety issue on this is just making sure you don't have a huge buildup where it can possibly catch fire. Because you do have flame ups here every now and then. Normally, the only time I get it real bad is if I'm cooking burgers, and I haven't done that in a while on the grill. But that looks pretty good. We'll go with that. And the other thing I wanted to check, since I've got you down here, and we'll see if that video does it any justice. I may just pull it off and kind of show you. But your igniter system starts up at the button here. The issues that you want to check is your connections on those two. I guess it's the ground and your power. And just kind of follow it down, making sure those things are connected. And the thing they don't allude to, but they do have a battery in here. So you want to make sure and check. I mean, this battery's probably original, so let me see if I've got a replacement. And we'll pop that bad boy in, and hopefully that resolves one of our issues here and gives us our igniter back. We'll give her a test here. Like I said, yeah, we got sound. Let's see if we got flame. Yep, we got flame. So I think we resolved that issue. It should light. So I'm happy with that. That's kind of became the collect-all of all kinds of garbage down here. I've got some wood chips, mesquite ones. When I was doing steaks a while back, yeah, we'll toss that. That's been in there too long. It doesn't have a good smell. But yeah, another flavored tray thing that's in pretty good shape. A quick guide to my spray painter that I've been looking for the last 2 years. And voila, another plastic scraper that we'll use for next year's maintenance on it. And I don't know why there's a paintbrush in here, who knows. Yeah, we'll probably end up tossing that too. I'll go ahead and sweep this out. Kind of clean it up. And another issue, I guess they mentioned it briefly in the manual and the guides, is you've got these I guess your gas lines that you want to check, make sure they're not loose. It'd probably be a good idea to maybe spray them down with like a soap water type deal and just check for leaks. And also with natural gas too, I don't know if you can see my connection out there, but check those fittings also, because I mean I had to kind of Frankenstein that in to make it work. And I mean over time things rust out. As you can see, that one's getting pretty rusty. I may go ahead and probably end up doing maybe another video on spray or soap testing the fittings. And you just want to make sure you do that to ensure that you don't have any leaks. And normally with natural gas you'll smell it, but sometimes it may be a small enough leak you may not even notice. Yeah, another hint for you too, if you're looking for replacement parts, there's like 3 different locations on the website. Mine happens to be down here, that actually gives you a part number, but on the back side of the grill there's a plate also that you can look, and then some of them they may have up on the door here. Just a little FYI so you know what model number you've got, because I mean if you notice on mine, it's so old that the labeling on it's kind of worn away. This would be another key moment to have a compressed air. It'd be nice just to blow that out of there. And like I said, we're not going for showroom quality here. Reinstall here. We'll go ahead. I'm gonna have to buy some new trays here, but I'm gonna put this bad boy in there. And the other thing with being down in the south here, you got spiders all over the place, so it's kind of funky. Maybe it goes the other way around. There we go. Yeah, we'll close everything up and I guess reinstall from in reverse here, get things put back together. But we'll go ahead and reinstall everything. Like I said, just reverse order here. Well, that was actually one of the new ones. Alright, let's use the ones that we've got our seasoning on. Now this grill here, it doesn't make any difference which direction you put them in, as long as you get them in there and they fit within the groove. Oh, it's kind of funky. There we go. that's pretty much it for your grill maintenance. Oh yeah, I was going to show you what their annual maintenance is. We were talking about those spider screens, and they recommend in the manual to actually take this control cover off, which it seems kind of, well, it isn't too bad, but the older your grill is and the way some of these components are plastic, it'd probably fall apart. This one here looks pretty good. I don't see a whole lot of dirt collection on it. We'll just lightly brush those things off and call it good. Like I said, the tubes, or the holes in the tubes, actually look pretty good on it, so yeah, we'll kind of call that a finished run on it. And like I said, I want to do a test light on it and make sure it runs pretty good. But I want to see if I can take care of some of this grease and stuff we got going on in this grill. Come in, just dish soap and water to get most of your normal day-to-day grease off this thing, or off your exterior. And I was going to sit there and maybe hit it with a little bit of, I've got some steel wool, and I'm hoping that doesn't jack the finish up too bad. But they don't recommend a whole lot when it comes to cleaning, except soap and water, so. But I mean, it seemed to clean up pretty good. Got a little bit of water in this one here. We'll see if that'll take off some of this. A lot of the stuff that's on here is overspray from clear coat and a little bit of paint here and there. Let's see if that steel wool will take some of that off and actually make it look somewhat decent. And surprisingly, whatever plastic that they use on these grills too seems to hold up pretty good over time. So I mean, I've been pretty surprised or impressed with the build on this thing and its sustainability as far as holding together under heat. I mean, really on the sides doesn't get too hot the further away you get from the grill. And they're pretty good. I mean, the only plastic parts that I've seen on here are these side rails to the control panel. And I noticed this one here is a little bowed out. But like I said, it's been through a couple storms, so this grill here has actually been outside once or twice. So we'll see if this takes it off. And we may try the WD-40 trick too. But we'll just go ahead and see what soap and water does. But yeah, well, that cleaned up pretty nice. We may just go with that. Now I don't know if you guys can see here, it's pretty dirty. I'll go ahead and take that knob off and just try not to take the rest of our paint off, I guess. It's the main issue. Just kind of get up all that excess grease, dirt, and grime that's kind of gathered there over the years. Like I said, I really haven't done a whole lot of cleaning to the exterior of this thing, if you can't tell by its outward appearances. But I'm just glad we fixed the igniter. That saves me almost 20 bucks. I mean, you can get the parts for under 20, but shipping equates out to about 8 bucks or so if you're lucky, sometimes as high as 10. Go ahead and hit that with lightly hit it with the steel wool. That seemed to kind of bring out the gloss on the side tray there. I mean, it's almost like a brand new unit. And try not to take off whatever markings we've got on there. But yeah, I may, well, not this weekend, but maybe next weekend I'll go pay a visit to the old Weber guy at the farm store and just kind of let him know what I did, see what he thinks. Seemed like a pretty friendly guy. Cooked a mean-ass chicken. Probably some of the best grilled chicken I've had in a long time. But that's what he started doing with those, I guess, to promote selling the grills. So hopefully it works out for him. Because I know if I get time or if I get ready to purchase a new one, I'll probably go through him. But yeah, I think the worst part is this side rail here. It's pretty grimy, so we'll see if we can make this brand new. Good little bird's eye there. B-roll footage. Yeah, just your soapy water concoction just doesn't get quite all the grime up. But you hit it with that steel wool, mixed with a little soapy water, and that's the ticket, brother. I may actually take a picture of it, show it to him, see what he thinks of how this thing's aged over the years. But yeah, I mean, grill maintenance, it is what it is, what you want to put into it and how long you want your grill to last. Like I said, I barely did any maintenance to it. There's some years where I skipped the annual altogether and then kicked myself when I had to replace the burners and stuff. But I mean, even then, I mean, you got to replace the burners anyways. And just over time, those things get brittle and rust, corrosion kind of creep in and play their part with it. I mean, that's, I guess, Mother Nature reclaiming its metals. I mean, I think these are stainless steel, but we'll see. Yeah, I may ask him if Weber will sponsor me on doing some of these replacement parts. Do some videos for him, who knows. But yeah, we'll see how this cleaned up. I mean, I'm not gonna waste a whole lot of time doing this. Pretty crusty. Let's see how that cleaned up. Not too bad, better than what it was before. Can't have it looking too nice. I gotta have a reason to buy a new grill. Yeah, we'll go ahead and kind of close up this top here, and we'll do a rough cleaning on that too. See if we can clean it up a little bit. My tinges of blue that I've got going on it. Add a little water. Like I said, a lot of this paint gets baked on, so you're pretty much out of luck. Yeah, I probably should have just did a footage of it before and after and kind of showed the difference, but that wasn't what I was after. It was just mainly the things I learned about this grill, doing some research on it as far as some of the things everybody else might run into and save them a little bit of money, especially when it comes to the igniter. I mean, all it is a simple battery replacement. Man, that's like probably a good 25 bucks that you just saved yourself, minus the $1.50 battery that you got to put in there. I mean, this one here I think took a AA, and hopefully like the newer models have got like maybe a watt size battery or something that they use. It's not showroom quality clean, but it looks clean enough for an outdoor grill. Go ahead and spritz her down with some water here and get some of this excess soap up. Hit the handle a little bit too. I may need some more water on that bad boy. Get all that soap up. Kind of went crazy with the soap on the top part here. I was hoping for a little better result, but I'm not going to complain. It looks pretty good for what we were achieving. But yeah, the magnet sticks to it, so I don't think this is stainless steel. It's maybe some kind of a coating, so hopefully we didn't jack it up with the steel wool. We weren't like giving it any ugga-duggas when we were scrubbing, so but yeah, it looks a ton better than what it did before. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, I think we did a pretty good cleanup job. I mean, this rust here, I may think about it. I don't know. It's an outdoor grill, so we may let it go. Looks like it's still solid metal under there. It just needs to be hit with a wire wheel and some kind of, I think it might even be like a powder coating on it. But yeah, well, I can go ahead and wipe out this door too, make it kind of match the rest of the grill. But yeah, it's needed some loving for a while, and I've been thinking about it. It's like, well, I can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, do a video and get this thing cleaned up and working. And since I talked about knobs here, it's pretty much, this is a prototype that normally I print out my prototypes all in PLA just because it's cheaper. And this one here, you see, was one of my first 3D builds in CAD program, so it's got some errors on it. I've got some bleed through, but it seems to fit pretty snug and it does the trick. I mean, it works. So I mean, it's functional and it sticks. It's a pretty tight fit, and I thought I was going to be off on that, and I was thinking about it last night, and it's like, well, let me go ahead and print it, and I debated on whether or not to record it. I guess lost camera 1, but record it. But I thought, since it's just a demo type, see if it actually fits and works, I wasn't going to. I may come back later and see about doing a 3D print on that. I mean, it's good to have in case these knobs, I don't know what type of conditions these new ones are. I mean, they're new, but how they got it configured, if it's the same as these old ones where over time, I mean, you've got to remember to twist or push in and then twist. If you don't, it kind of catches, and that's where I think that plastic on metal wears down and it tears up that plastic and it ruins that knob for you. To me, I think it's just kind of like a design flaw that they maybe need to change. But hopefully they change it with the newer grill, so we'll see. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and give this igniter a functional test, see if it actually lights. There it goes. We got flameage. Yeah, resolved that issue. I'm happy. That's, like I said, 25 bucks saved. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching.